So it's looking like Steven Jackson had a lot to say, man. Steven Jackson had one on his Instagram, and he started calling people out. A lot of his fans were chiming in on the topic as well. They were name dropping, and Steven Jackson was responding to it. And I would like to highlight that for you guys today. So let's get right into this clip of Steven Jackson calling out everybody with podcasts now. The nerve of Steven Jackson. He's acting like he's the first guy to start a sports podcast. Be sure to stick around after the clip because I got some more commentary. Let's check out this clip right here. Here's the video.
Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for staying down. Thank y'all for being genuine supporters. Not just for all the smoke during my basketball career and all that, because what we work for and where we wanted to be in this space, all the dues we paid, all the trend setting we done, it paid off. It paid off. So we finna really go up for y'all. I'm talking about live, crazy live shows. We talking about live shows where you can smoke and enjoy the show with us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on our way to. We on the way to some different shit, man. And if anybody try to do it, they gonna copy us like they've been copying all the other stuff we started. Yeah, I said it. Now don't let me pop my collar right quick. Yeah, I can flex right quick. It's a lot of shit that everybody do on their podcast that they stole from us, that we started. Yeah, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. See, they don't want us to start talking like that. They don't want, you know, we getting the big bucks, so we gotta be humble. So we gonna stay humble. But just know we know. Just know we know who started this shit. Yeah. And the only people I'm gonna give props to, besides myself and Matt, is Q and Knucklehead Podcast, Q and D Miles. That's the only people I salute that started this shit. My brothers Q and D Miles. You know, everybody else you gotta pay homage. Everybody. That's including everybody else. Your favorite player, whoever you think, yeah, that's all of them. All y'all need to pay homage. Yeah. But I'm gonna leave it there. I ain't gonna pop my collar off because I still got a wed, you know, on my jacket. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that's the clip of Steven Jackson calling everybody out, right? And remember, he did the same thing to Shannon Sharpe, turned his back on Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe gave them an interview a couple of years ago, which is one of their most viewed interviews on that channel on All the Smoke. And then out of nowhere, you know, Steven Jackson just flipped the script once Shannon Sharpe went viral with the Cat Williams interview. Now, I did videos covering that and breaking everything down, how Steven Jackson turned his back on Shannon Sharpe. If you missed that, I'll have the link to that down below. But I just want to share that with you guys just to show you how much Steven Jackson has been going off on other podcast platforms, calling everybody out, right? So I guess N.O.R.E caught wind of that, and he had addressed it on Jadakiss and Fat Joe's podcast, guys. So I would like to highlight that clip, and then I'll be right back with some more commentary. Here's a clip right here.
There you made a comment. You said, the only podcast that matters is Drink Champs, Joe Button, and $1 million worth of game.
That hurt you?
No, it never hurts me because I do a lot of shit to hurt him that he don't ever get hurt, so I can't get hurt.
Right.
We can't even fuck with each other.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, we can't.
But what I'm saying is I've seen a lot of other podcasts. You know, Steve Jack, this is my brother. A bunch of them put in work. A lot of guys are doing their thing.
I feel like Steve Jackson's a hater.
No.
This is his second time. This is his second time hating on me. Like, what?
No, because he been doing. You see, you got to understand.
I thought we was all family.
We are.
I thought so too. Like, and if he had a problem, he should have handled that. You know what I mean? But I seen him a couple times, like, and he didn't say nothing to me, and I didn't say nothing to him. It wasn't no beef. What happened?
I believe he was talking to the statement like, they putting in work in the podcast. It's a lot of guys, Carmelo. There's a lot of different guys putting in a lot of work. Yeah. When you just say, yo, we the three that matter. Everybody else who don't put it, us, we don't care. We just new in the game. And I don't give a anyway. So I'm different. But is there any way to say, all right, why did you come up with that decision?
I don't know.
He was feeling
it's actually the truth. But it's the truth when they say like this. When it comes to hip hop podcasts, we led the way. 1,000,000%. Who invented the podcast space, period, is Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. Anybody, we all owe them a check.
Gotta give Ice-T some credit.
No, I'm getting there. Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. That's the first podcast ever, right? Then when you got come to artist podcast, first artist podcast was Ice-T. right? Then after that, this was a nerd space.
Combat Jack.
Combat Jack, yes. Combat Jack.
My man in
rest
jail.
in peace.
No,
yeah, no. No, but what I'm saying, that overall, that's what it was for. This was like a nerd space. What I'm trying to say, of course, other podcasts matter. Of course, I'm on this show. I'm doing other shows. Of course that. But what I'm saying is, who led the way in this podcast?
Saying it's a golden era.
Yes,
I feel in hip hop.
Yes,
it's LL Cool J. It's Salt and Pepper.
So if I say that, if I say something like I'm the best, and you offended, what does that mean about you? I'm saying this is my. I monkey foot this game. I got the viewers every single month.
All the best.
I don't have to clout chase. Hold on.
No, you guys are the best.
I don't have to clout chase.
All the kids.
I don't have to diss other podcasts. What I was trying to say was that's the podcast that matters in this milestone at this moment. At this moment leading up. Now, of course, there's going to be other people.
Okay, so that's N.O.R.E calling out Steven Jackson on Jadakiss and Fat Joe's podcast, right? And I like the fact that N.O.R.E called him out by name instead of doing the subliminal stuff like Steven Jackson has been doing for the past couple of years. So N.O.R.E said he put a name on it, like you've been sneak dissing us for quite some time now. You keep saying, oh, podcast that's like this and like that, and oh, they drink and stuff. Just Stack 5, he always throwing shade at people. And about time somebody called him out on that, because I hate when people call people out, but they don't put a name on it, because then now, YouTubers, as bloggers or whatever you want to call us, we have to put a name to it. And then people will be like, oh, y'all stirring the pot. He didn't say this person's name. He didn't say that person's name. Well, N.O.R.E put a name on it. He called out Steven Jackson. And yeah, man, Stack 5 has been throwing a lot of shade and hate at people for absolutely no reason at all because all of these other podcasts have been successful. You don't see Steven Jackson saying salute to these podcasters. He's always throwing shade at everybody that has surpassed him or is just like on their level. He constantly has to come out and be like, oh, all the smoke, we moved the culture. We did this first. We did that first. We had this person first. And it's just like, there's room for everybody out here, man. You don't see the white podcasters doing this, constantly beefing with each other, or if somebody surpasses them and they just constantly throwing shade saying they started first, or they only going to put respect on Joe Rogan's podcast and everybody else after Joe Rogan's podcast is irrelevant. Like, that's just disrespectful to say for people that's out here putting on for the podcast game, that's out here influencing people to run up and start up their podcast. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, Drink Champs podcast is still here. They had a lot of viral moments and they're going to continue having their moments. And yeah, man, Drink Champs is a podcast that I actually watch, because when I did try to watch All the Smoke podcast, Steven Jackson provided nothing. He just sat there majority of the time, quiet, falling asleep, halfway listening to the conversation. And yeah, man, that's just how it was, and probably was just too high to sit there and have an interview. So, I stopped watching All the Smoke just for that reason, because it was just like, Matt Barnes is doing all the talking. He's doing the research. He's doing everything possible to keep the interview going. Meanwhile, Steven Jackson's just, yeah. But then when it's like some beef stuff that's on there, he wants to keep that going instead of being a peacemaker. Like Matt Barnes, he'll try to be peacemaker and try to drop beef and issues and stuff like that. But Steven Jackson, when there's some drama and mess going on, his eyes light up. He wants to keep the beef going. And yeah, man, I've seen that time and time again on that podcast show, All the Smoke. And it's not to throw shade on All the Smoke. That's just how I feel about it. And yeah, that's just my opinion, guys. So I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinion about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.